the system to keep you informed in the event of an emergency. If this had been an actual emergency, you would have been instructed where to tune in your area for news and official information. The station serves the Philadelphia Extended Operational Area. This concludes this test of the Emergency Broadcast System.
Chicken raising and tango practice proved too much for the Ricardos on I Love Lucy, tonight at 6 o'clock on Channel 48.
Here. Oh, April, I'm sure I'm not the first one to tell you what a beautiful baby you have.
No, you're not, but I certainly enjoy hearing it every single time.
Yes. You know, her features are really taking shape. Oh, she's not only going to be beautiful, she's going to be a gorgeous child.
You can see who she's going to resemble, too, can't you?
Well, I can see both of you in her.
Can you?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Sure.
I don't know, Nancy. I've got eyes, too. And when I look at that sweet little face, those eyes, they look just like Draper's.
Logan, take a look at this photograph. It was taken by a police photographer at the scene after the fire had been put out.
My God, Mike.
Yeah. The bodies were horribly burned. Bodies, obviously, of Sergeant Dwyer and Draper. You can still see the handcuffs, even though the metal was blackened.
Yeah, why are you showing me that, Mike?
Because there's something terribly wrong with this photograph. We had no way of knowing this at the time because the bodies had been separated for burial. Please, take another look.
Well, I think I see what you mean. The right hands, the handcuffs are on the right hand of both bodies.
Exactly. The right hands are joined. Apparently, Sergeant Dwyer was left-handed, which is why he'd link his right wrist to his prisoner. But he wouldn't have linked Draper's right wrist.
No, right to left. Otherwise, the prisoner would have to walk backwards, wouldn't he? So what does this mean to you?
I don't know yet, but it could mean that the bodies were not correctly identified. Now, I have no doubt this is Sergeant Dwyer. They found his badge and his service revolver.
And this other body?
Exactly. It may not be Draper. Logan, these handcuffs had to have been opened before this picture was taken. It's the only possible explanation.
Opened and then closed again? What are you suggesting? That Draper used the crash in the fire to cover an escape?
And then deliberately linked Sam Dwyer to another body. Well, it's hard to conceive of Draper doing such a thing. But it's one possible answer.
Well, we're going to have to determine whether that's Draper or not. There's only one way to do that I know of.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Duncan Hines Blueberry Muffin Mix for muffins bursting with real blueberries, and by Zest, the deodorant bar that leaves no sticky soap film so you feel really clean.
Can the Zest tub test convince Valerie Vucich to give up her soap? She's just drained and rinsed 2 tubs. In one, her soap, in the other, deodorant Zest.
The tub that had my soap in it is filthy. The residue felt something between greasy and gritty. The tub that had the Zest in it, all I could feel was the material the tub is made out of. Zest would, I think, leave you completely clean.
Then we asked Valerie to try Zest at home.
It was very fluffy and had a lot of bubbles, almost like a bubble bath type of lather. Rinsed off the Zest, kind of went over my arms with my hand to see if I could feel a difference. I felt cleaner with the Zest.
Give up soap and feel cleaner with deodorant Zest. Valerie Vucich did.
My mom went out and bought some Zest. I have 6 converts.
Richie, that's Dad's brownie. I can't put it back together. Sure, it's moist. Magic.
It's Duncan Hines Moistness from the liquid chocolate flavor packet.
Moist.
Duncan Hines brownies. Our magic is our moistness.
We can make identification through the dental records.
Exactly. We find out who his dentist is, get a hold of those records, and then we'll make a positive identification.
Matter of fact, Draper had the same dentist I do, Dr.
Well,
Wexler.
That's no problem then. Was any autopsy performed on these bodies?
No, none.
Because nobody thought one was necessary. They were obviously Draper and Sam Dwyer.
And there was no question about the cause of death.
Now, what's the cause of this, though? How did those handcuffs get on the wrong hands? Could somebody on the train have done it?
Why would they?
No, it doesn't make any sense. The only thing that makes any sense is that Draper did it himself.
Yes. And I've imagined my own scenario for that possibility.
Well, tell me, what is it?
All right. They were on the train together, Sergeant Dwyer and Draper, bitterly unhappy because he knew he didn't kill Margot Dolan, had been unfairly convicted, was facing a prison sentence of at least 15 years, and had left behind a wife and a newborn baby. Then it happens. The train crosses a weakened section of track, and there's a terrible crash. The lights go out, noise, confusion, panic, an explosion, and a fire. Now, if Draper survived all that, and we know that some passengers did, if he survived it and then discovered that Sergeant Dwyer was dead, he realized that he could get away, had to get away, or possibly died in that fire. Now, he could have found the key to the handcuffs, freed himself, and then escaped from the flaming wreckage. But then, and this is the part I don't like, it may have occurred to him that if he put that loosened handcuff on somebody else, on another body from that wreckage, it would very probably be assumed to be his.
My God.
But in his haste, he was careless. He didn't think right hand, left hand, or anything else except accomplishing his goal. So he put the right hand of the dead Sam Dwyer, linked it to the right hand of a dead male passenger, and made his escape.
Well, it certainly works. It explains everything.
Yeah, except for one thing. If Draper did escape, where did he go? Where is he now? Why hasn't he tried to get in touch with April?
He certainly would have heard of Nola Madison's confession, wouldn't he? It's been publicized widely enough. He'd know that he doesn't have to be a fugitive. Which brings us to another possible explanation.
That he escaped, but didn't escape.
Not all of the victims died in the fire. A dozen, more than a dozen, I think, were lost in the river. So Draper could have gotten out of the burning railroad car only to be caught in the flood current and drowned.
Which would explain why he's never been hurt.
Well, all of this is just speculation until we find out who that is.
Hello, down there. Coast clear yet?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Darling, she is absolutely so wonderful. I didn't want to put her down.
Well, were you fellas able to complete your business?
As a matter of fact, your timing was perfect.
Good. Now we can all sit down and have some coffee and dessert.
Oh, no, thank you, darling. We've already interrupted your evening enough.
Well, at least you got a chance to see Julia. Cute, isn't she?
Oh, she is so adorable. It's too bad you didn't see her, hon.
I'll make sure I do the next time.
Okay. And that will be very soon. Look, there's no reason why the four of us can't have a little dinner party here one night soon.
That'd be great.
As a matter of fact, we'll make it 6 and invite Nicole and Miles when they get back from Palace Park.
Fine.
Oh, excuse me. Speaking of coffee and dessert, before the coffee burns.
We should be leaving now, shouldn't we, Mike?
Yeah. Thanks very much for your time, Logan.
No, like you said, it was important, very important.
We'll discuss the next step tomorrow. Okay?
Definitely.
Mike just told me at dinner. It's so incredible. I'm sure you agree that April shouldn't hear anything until all the facts are known.
Absolutely not. No sense in giving her any false hope.
Will, the coffee is saved. You sure you won't stay?
Oh, thank you. No, we'll be leaving now. It was so good to see you and Julia. And, darling, listen, we must get together soon, all right, for dinner?
Oh, I will, I promise.
Good night, April.
Logan, bye-bye. Take care.
Logan.
Good seeing you. You too. Bye-bye. Well, I certainly hope that business meeting hasn't hurt your appetite. We still have some dessert.
Huh?
Mm-hmm. You remember that cheesecake you used to love so much?
Oh, I'll never forget it. Unfortunately, the place has been out of business now for about 4 months. More is the pity.
Well, I just happened to find the bakery that hired the baker that makes the cheesecake. Mm-hmm.
Well, you are the best.
Take off my shoes right away.
Oh, that's good. You know what they say. Once you get them to take off their shoes, the rest is easy.
Oh, did they say that? It is easy.
Oh, tonight was perfect. It was just perfect, perfect, perfect.
absolutely perfect.
Yeah, well, except when the guitar player tried to play that mambo. That was kind of magical, wasn't it?
Mm.
Even the weather couldn't have been better.
And the stars? I didn't know we could see so many stars. There were millions of them.
What about the moon? Looked like the hotel had hung it up like a prop.
I would like to live here. Do you think that you could arrange it forever?
Same schedule?
Mm-hmm.
You want tennis in the morning? You want swimming in the afternoon? Dining and dancing all night?
Oh, every night of our lives. And don't forget perfect weather and the moon and the stars.
Oh, I don't know. I think you'd probably get tired of it.
Hmm?
You'd start to miss Adam, and you'd start to miss April, and all those things you have to do back in Monticello.
Well, I know, maybe I would. But just right now, at this moment, I don't want this evening to end.
Who says it's over?
This summer, keep annoying mosquitoes and other biting insects away with Cutter Evergreen, the fresh-scented repellent that's tough on bugs, yet nice on you.
New aftershave, honey?
No, insect repellent. Cutter Evergreen.
A new hand lotion, Joan? No, insect repellent. Cutter Evergreen.
Oh. New bug stuff, Mom?
Feels nice, huh?
Yeah, and it smells good.
Yep.
Try highly effective Cutter Evergreen. It's tough on bugs, yet nice on you.
Mom, look, I have a tooth.
Oh, and guess what I have? A pack of new Trident.
New Trident?
It's softer now.
It is softer and tastes great.
And see, 4 out of 5 dentists surveyed recommend sugarless gum for their patients who chew gum.
Gee, Mom, I like this new Trident.
Good, 'cause I like that new tooth.
New softer Trident. It's improved, recommended by moms who care about teeth.
Oh, I want to remember to call Rebecca and ask how Adam is.
Oh, right. And then you have to call April and find out if she and Julia are getting along all right.
Oh, well, what's wrong with that? You know, I want to rub it in a little bit. She has a penthouse, but we have this.
Well, you're absolutely right, but I think after that we ought to call Geraldine, make sure that WMON is still on the air.
Won't you stop it? Don't tell me your mind hasn't drifted to your patients sometimes today.
Well, I guess it has once in a while. I've also thought about that mysterious friend of yours.
You mean that girl that's been following me around? Please don't remind me.
I'm sorry. I'm also sorry that I wasn't able to catch her when she was hanging around our house. Assuming it was the same person.
Oh, I know it was. I just have this feeling that she wants to know everything there is to know about me. Where I work, what I eat, where I shop, where I live. It's a really unpleasant feeling.
Maybe we should call the police.
Oh, no. I don't feel that she's a criminal.
Well, I tell you what, maybe she's a private detective trying to get the goods from you. Or she could be working for the FBI, the CIA. As a matter of fact, you look a little bit like a spy. Don't tell me you're a double agent and just haven't talked to me about it. Is that true?
Oh, yes, it's true. I confess, I am a spy. And I surrender.
Hi.
I saw the lights on, so I figured the studio was open.
We're closed. The lights are on because the maintenance squad is at work. That's me.
Is that all you do here?
Only at night. In the daytime, I own the joint.
I thought so.
Why?
I don't know. Because you look like a dancer.
Good here.
I am. I'm from out of town, Springfield. I've only been here a couple of days, but I figured I'd better make a connection with the studio. You know how it is.
Uh-huh.
What are the rates here?
$2.50 now if you just want to use the place for exercises. $10 if you want lessons.
And are you the teacher?
When I'm not sweeping the floor, yes.
Are you any good?
Ever hear Bob Fosse?
Of course.
Well, he hasn't heard of me. But he did hire a couple of my pupils. One of them was even in his movie.
I'm impressed. Do you have a class now?
Sure. Might be able to squeeze you in.
Thanks.
Since there are only two.
I really appreciate that because I haven't had lessons for a year and no work either, so I'm kind of rusty.
Fine. Just come around tomorrow morning after 9, I'll sign you up.
Oh, well, I was thinking of starting tonight.
It's great the way our families get along, sharing the summer home and sharing the chores.
Hey, are you trying to con me into doing all this laundry?
I'll let you use my powder.
Era does more.
Not more than my powder.
Then why that spray?
For hamburger grease, powder needs help.
And liquid for collars?
So?
So if your powder needs help, why use it? Well, Era has ingredients like these. Era does it all by itself.
My whole wash? Even that grease?
Sure, I'll even pin it so we don't forget. A little rub here.
Hey, Era cleaned the jeans. The collars?
Yep.
But how about the grease?
There's the pin.
But no spot. Era did it.
All by itself. Now you do the folding.
Era does it.
All by itself.
Gee, I love Dad's expression when everyone at the party yelled, "Surprise!"
Yeah, well, here's a little surprise you won't love. Look what we forgot.
Another dessert cup.
Yeah, just when you were finishing that greasy pan.
It's okay.
Here. Oh, wait, isn't the water too greasy now?
No, I'm using Dawn dishwashing liquid. Dawn handles the grease in that water.
Well, everything looks terrific so far, but this I've got to see. Ooh, the water doesn't feel greasy. And neither do my hands. And the cup came out great.
Here's why. Half a cup of grease added to dishwater. Dawn breaks up grease, surrounds it, takes grease out of your way, helps keep it from settling back on your dishes.
Dawn really handles grease beautifully.
I'm not surprised.
Dawn takes grease out of your way.
Hey, guess what I found?
We came to sell, not buy.
I think this is the rich-tasting coffee we've been looking for. Folgers Crystals.
Well, I bought this freeze-dried.
Well, let's see. The Folgers looks richer.
But it's the taste that counts.
Well, let's see if Folgers tastes as rich as it looks. It is rich.
Smooth, too. Now, Folgers is a real find.
Folgers Crystals tastes as rich as it looks.
Of course, I don't expect you to give me any lessons tonight. I just appreciate it if I could use the bar to do some exercises.
Just want to warm up, huh?
Yeah, you see, I've been traveling on this bus all day, and my muscles are knotted up, and I'm kind of, you must know the feeling.
I thought you said you were here a couple of days.
Well, it was a sightseeing bus. Look, all I want to do is use the studio for an hour. I'll pay you the $2.50 in advance if you insist.
No, it's okay. Since you're a new student, I'll call it my introductory offer. It's on the house.
Thanks.
Just don't expect me to stick around. I started at 8 o'clock this morning, and I'm ready for bed.
Oh, don't worry. I'll be very careful, and I won't break any mirrors.
The only thing I'm asking you to do is to make sure that you lock up the place when you leave. It's not hard. Just slam the door when you go out. It locks automatically.
Okay. And, don't worry. I won't bother anything.
There's not much around here to bother. How old are you?
19.
You are.
All right, I'm 18.
Your parents live in Springfield?
My mom does. My father's dead.
She knows where you are, right?
Look, do I have to fill out a questionnaire to take dance lessons?
No. Well, see you tomorrow. We start at 9 sharp.
I'll be here. Thank God, I've got to get some rest.
So, what's the verdict? Is it as good as it used to be, or what?
No, actually, it is better. Better? No, it's better. Maybe it has something to do with sitting on the floor. I don't believe I ever ate cheesecake while sitting on the floor.
I think you're right.
Wonderful. The whole evening's been wonderful. I feel guilty, though. You shouldn't have gone to all this trouble.
You're right, I shouldn't have. But I enjoyed it. It's one thing that's been missing from my life for a couple of months. Being able to do something to please another person.
Julia's not keeping you busy now, huh?
I think I'm referring to a grown-up person.
Well, you've pleased this grown-up person tonight. You've pleased him a great deal. Wish business hadn't intruded the way it did.
I'm sure it was important.
Yeah, it was important, all right. This case that Mike and I are concerned with is it's a major case.
Hey, Logan, I'm used to this. Mike used to call all the time and spur the moment to talk to Draper about some tort or writ or litigation or whatever lawyers talk about.
Well, I hadn't forgotten that you were married to a lawyer.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Everything's fine. Especially the cheesecake.
I just get the impression that since Mike and Nancy left, well, something's bothering me.
Lawyer talk, that's the way it affects me. I really should get out of this business.
Is it a difficult case?
Yeah, you might say that. It has some very unpleasant features to it.
Do you want to talk about it?
I would love to. Unfortunately, I can't discuss this case, at least not yet.
It's okay, I understand. Can't be for me, it's too late.
Well, there's one way to find out who it's for.
Hello.
Hello, April. It's Nicole.
Nicole, what are you calling for from all the way up there?
Yeah, up here, this isn't exactly a transatlantic call, you know. We're just a couple miles away, a couple hours.
A million miles away. This is your vacation. You've forgotten?
Well, I just wanted to call and see how you are and how Julia is.
You know, you're really impossible. Sweet, but impossible. We are doing just fine. As a matter of fact, Julia and I had company tonight. Lots of company. We even had a little party.
Oh, you did? Who's there?
Let me see. Mike, Nancy, and Logan, who still happens to be here.
Is Miles close to hand by any chance?
Oh, I'm sure he is.
Would you mind asking if I could speak to him for just a minute?
Nicole, Logan wants to speak to Miles.
Okay, sure. I'll put him on just a second. Miles, Logan would like to talk to you.
I'm the big cheese on my team. The other guy's playing 65% polyester. Me, 100% cashmere, man. Every club wanted me, but I signed with the Chipmunks. Got an 8-year contract. All the Cheetos I want. But big cheese, they're made with real cheese. Tastes delicious. Now fans ask me to autograph my Cheeto snacks. Ever try writing to Skippy, Good Luck, Whip Willis on a cheese puff?
Cheetos brand cheese-flavored snacks. The big cheese.
Come on, let's have a wiener roast. You don't need to build a fire. All you need to roast it hot dog Oscar Mayer.
Yes, Oscar Mayer roasts each hot dog for real roasted flavor. So anywhere you cook up an Oscar Mayer hot dog, you've got a wiener roast.
Yes, the roasting made our hot dog #1 from coast to coast. When you've got an Oscar Mayer,
I got a wiener roast.
You got a wiener roast.
Steve Austin suspects one of his friends of being a courier of stolen government secrets. Lee Majors and Sonny Bono star in The $6 Million Man tonight at 6:30. Then later, two fun-loving Marines meet up with a woman novelist aboard a train. Claudette Colbert and John Wayne star in Without Reservation, tonight's movie at 8 o'clock on Channel 48.
What you reached in your autopsy was fully justified. The Wilson County coroner admitted that he hadn't even checked for toxic substances.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear it. See, I knew his nose was going to be a little bit out of joint being overruled like that, but...
Well, I had a talk with the guy, and I think I know why he did such a lousy job. Looks to me like he has a little nip of the formaldehyde himself from time to time. Okay, I'll only be a minute, I promise. Miles, this Wilson County business has nothing to do with the reason why I wanted to talk to you.
Well, what's on your mind?
When are you going to be back in Monticello?
Not for a few days, Logan.
Isn't there any chance you might be back a day or
No,
two?
there is not a single chance. I've been promising Nicole and myself this mini vacation for some time. Anyway, you know Doc Fisher's still available for autopsy work. That is what you had in mind, isn't it?
That's exactly what I had in mind, but this is a case that can only be handled by you, I'm afraid.
Logan, I appreciate the compliment, but take my word for it, the doc will do a fine job. He'll tell you everything you want to know. Don't let his age fool you.
Miles, it has nothing to do with competence. I'm afraid it has more to do with discretion.
Surely you don't think Doc Fisher's going to go around...
Believe me, I can't explain any more right now, but you have to trust me. I've got a very important question which has to be answered soon, and only by you.
Would you please let me in? I'm out of Miracle Whip. We're closed. Come back tomorrow.
A sandwich just isn't a sandwich without Miracle Whip salad dressing, the bread spread from Kraft.
They're closed. They're closed.
My gentle touch soap lets softness sink in. It has baby oil, so it babies my skin.
Gentle Touch soap has the perfect touch of baby oil. It leaves my skin baby soft, baby smooth. Has a nice soft fragrance. And Gentle Touch lasts a long time, too.
For the baby soft skin you love so much, get the soap made with baby oil. Get Gentle Touch.
Stay tuned to find out about employment. Join host Marty Jacobs and his guests on Delaware Valley next. Then later, Lee Majors and Sonny Bono star in The $6 Million Man tonight at 6:30, right here on Channel 48.